Unbelievable. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker blames Trump and January 6th for Charlie Kirk assassination in Utah. Utterly ridiculous, diabolical. The left has absolutely no shame. You know their motto, the Democrat motto, never let a crisis go to waste. So they're pouncing on this and blaming Trump and January 6th, which makes absolutely no sense. But we're going to play the clip and hear what this idiot has to say about it. And if y'all don't already know, Charlie Kirk was shot today. He was assassinated when I first did a couple of reports earlier. We didn't know if he made it or not, but I had assumed that he didn't make it because I've saw, and I'm sure you've already seen the clip of him getting shot and all the blood that came out of his neck. Is no way he was going to make it. Unfortunately, he passed away. His family is in my prayers. And hopefully his family is in y'all prayers as well. Sad situation. Wonderful man who fought for conservatism and went out to these college campuses and debated and did all these wonderful things and was killed for it, for his beliefs. The left think it's okay to kill people for their opinions. They hate anyone that disagrees with them or have an opposite opinion, and it shouldn't be like that. Not here in America, not in 2025. This is unacceptable. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to hear what this dumb Governor Pritzker has to say about it. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account, so follow me there as well. All right, so let's get into this news. Now, this comes from the Gateway Pundit, and they report that far-left Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker went far beyond offering condolences. He pinned the blame for the deadly assassination of conservative commentator Charlie Kirk squarely on Donald Trump, invoking the January 6th Capitol riot as a violent precursor. No one was shot. Well, I take that back. One person was shot during January 6th, and it was a former airman that was shot by a police officer. So how can you compare that? But Charlie Kirk, the 31-year-old conservative activist and co-founder of Turning Point USA, was fatally shot on Wednesday during a public event at Utah Valley University in Orem, Utah. The shooting occurred around 12:10 p.m. with the gunshot reportedly fired from a building about 200 yards away. Though an individual was initially detained, authorities later confirmed that no suspect had been taken into custody and the shooter remains at large. But I've just seen a report from the FBI. I just looked at it a few minutes ago. They said they do have a person of interest in detention right now. They're questioning them right now. But during a press conference earlier today, Pritzker couldn't resist injecting his toxic partisan poison into the conversation. Here's what the far-left governor had to spew.
My sympathy to Charlie Kirk's family and to Charlie Kirk, who obviously has, become a target for somebody. I don't know whether it's political violence because I don't know who did it. I know they seem to have somebody in custody. But I will say that political violence, unfortunately, has been ratcheting up in this country. We saw the shootings, the killings in Minnesota. We've seen other political violence occur in other states. And I would just say it's got to stop. And I think there are people who are fomenting it in this country. I think the president's rhetoric often foments it. We've seen the January 6th rioters who clearly, have tripped a new era of political violence.
Wow. The January 6th tripped political violence, right? No mention of the BLM riots when they were destroying buildings and businesses and rioting in the streets and people having to defend themselves. Like I forgot the gentleman's name. Y'all know the guy that had that shot them individuals that was attacking him, and things like that. This is the left. This is all the left that are the terrorists that are going around shooting up people and destroying property, not conservatives, not Republicans, not the right. And so for him to even come out and make a statement like that is just ridiculous. But again, it's par for the course for the left. It's all they got because they know that their base are the violent ones. They are the terrorists. They are the ones creating all this chaos and crime. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave y'all comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. And check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.